Hello everyone, welcome to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at The Maze Runner, Chapter 48. Now, in this chapter, Thomas wakes up, and who's by his side? Good old, Chuck. Oh my goodness, can't believe I almost forgot Chuck's name. Chuck is just standing by, and it's actually so touching, because as Thomas is kind of waking up, Chuck is like, "Come on, buddy. Don't die on me. Come on, I need you." And this is what Thomas is hearing as he's coming out. And he kind of opens his eyes, and Chuck's there. And oh man, when he opens his eyes, Chuck is so happy and excited. And he's kind of like, he's awake! Kind of says it to himself. But he might have said it loud enough to other people to hear. Before I get into this, Thomas starts to ask, Chuck some details. How long have I been out? 3 days. Have other people been taken? Yeah. This guy, and this guy, one every night. We learned that at nighttime they would put Thomas in the prison and just leave him there overnight. And in the morning they would pick him up and get him and make sure he's okay. And then Thomas says, "Hey Chuck, go get Newt and Albie because we need to have a gathering." And Chuck takes off. While Chuck is gone, Thomas reaches out, "Teresa! Teresa!" And they start having a conversation. And Teresa's like, "You're awake? Oh, I was so mad at you." And when Teresa's like, "I was so angry at you, I hated you," Thomas is like, "Oh, you hated me? You cared so much about me that you hated me?" And then she's like, "Well," he didn't say that, but he said like, "Oh, well, thanks, I guess." And she says, "Well, I mean, if you would have died, I would have killed you," kind of something like that. Teresa asks him, "What do you remember?" He doesn't get into many details, but he does share that the maze was just like a test, and he's going to talk about it during the gathering. And he said, "But Teresa, we did some bad stuff. We were not good or kind or whatever people." And then as he's about ready to share more, Newt comes in, and then he starts to tell Newt a little bit like, "Hey, we need a gathering. We need to get some people together. I need to really say something that's really important." And then Newt's like, "Come on, did you find the answer to the maze? Is there something going on?" And Thomas is like, "Well, the truth is, it's just a test, and there's no way to get out of the maze." And that's how the chapter ends. Whew. The vocabulary. Warbled. I was looking at that. What is that word? Warbled is kind of like, and that kind of feeling. Whoa. Not too clear. I can't remember exactly what it was talking about. Maybe like Chuck's voice. "Don't die on me, man. Come on." Right, as he's kind of coming out of his coma, the voice was warbled. Wah, 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 wah. Pudgy is like chunky. Chuck is a little pudgy, a little fat, a little thick. Boing, boing, boing. You can poke him. Maybe and your fingers will go inside. I'm not very pudgy. Although my daughter did tell me earlier that my stomach is getting pudgy, so maybe I'm getting a little pudgy. Jubilation. Jubilation is excitement and joy. When Thomas wakes up, Chuck is just so excited. He's so happy, and he's just sharing and talking. But then as Thomas asks about people being taken, Chuck is like, "Oh, yeah, it's been happening." His jubilation, his excitement and joy disappears. Wooziness is kind of like, "Oh, I feel a little dizzy, a little sleepy. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep or pass out, or I can't walk well, can't get my balance." And Thomas certainly felt woozy. Crinkled. crinkled is like, well, bringing it together. Crinkled, mushing together. Probably crinkled his forehead or crinkled his eyebrows, something like that. Discussion question I have for you is, imagine you can do this in two ways. Okay, if you were Thomas, who do you think is the first person you would want to talk to? Okay, or yourself. Imagine you were in a coma, or you knew that you were going to go into sickness and you're going to fall asleep or whatever, be sick for a long time. Who is the first person you would want to talk to? Okay, you can imagine anyone in your life or not in your life, anything. Who's the first person you would want to just be there, that you knew were caring for you, and that you would want to talk to? Of course, please write your own discussion question. That's all the time that we have for today, but thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.